Hey guys, welcome back to the Spiritual Mindset with Krishwan, and today I'm going to talk about unconditional love, okay, and its misconceptions. So, unconditional love is simply love without any conditions, and it is difficult for us humans today. Most of the humans here, I understand that it's difficult for us to show unconditional love towards something or most of the things in our day-to-day life because we face so many things, and we think people did us wrong, and we come across so many incidences that they feel like, oh, somebody betrayed me, somebody they got me disappointed, or they got me angry, and why should I be showing them love? And it comes to the understanding that unconditional love is love without condition. There is something like a child and a parent. When a child is very very young and the parent wants to take care of the child, the mother and the son, or the mother and the daughter, kind of a love. It's love without any conditions, without any business trade-offs. Like there is no terms and conditions applied to this kind of love. It's just love. Whatever you do, I love you kind of types. That is exactly what unconditional love is. And unconditional love has a lot of misconceptions that okay, if I love unconditionally, then I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. No. So unconditional love comes with first awareness. It's just about being aware first. It's easier to be aware of what the situation is and how the people are, and not expect anything from that person in return. It comes with first dealing with your expectations, that you can't be expecting something from somebody when the whole universe is changing all together all the time. The expectations need to be cut out, because you're literally, when you're expecting something, you're expecting something to be fulfilled in order for you to love. That again once becomes a condition. It becomes a condition. If I get this from you, then I would love you back. It comes so you can't expect have expectations for unconditional love to work. Unconditional love is it just is. If you feel yourself saying, I should be like that, if I'm supposed to have unconditional love, I should be doing this, I should be loving him, I should be going there, that is still not unconditional love, because of the fact that you feel like you should be putting yourself into a position that you're not ready to be putting yourself in, and that is still not unconditional. It is with a condition, but a condition to yourself that you have to be doing this. You're kind of forcing yourself to do it, and that is not unconditional love. It just has to emanate from you, and unconditional love would emanate from you once you start loving yourself. Unconditional love cannot come without self-love. Self-love comes first, unconditional love comes after. You can even show unconditional love without self-love, but you are going to be craving for self-love. You are going to be needing self-love, or the universe is going to be pushing you into situations where you will need self-love in order to then show unconditional love, because self-love is important. Even when you're showing unconditional love to the universe, you are a part of the universe, and with you being a part of the universe, you'll have to show unconditional love to yourself first, and that is typically self-love. And then when you show to the rest of the universe, you're showing unconditional love as well. And some of the misconceptions is that okay, if I'm going to be showing unconditional love, first you accept everything. But a lot of people give in. They let the other person have the whole pie. Like that is once again not unconditional love. Remember that every time you're giving away your power, you're giving away you're giving away your borderline, you're giving away your values, you're giving away your self-worth or self-esteem. That is in the name of unconditional love. Or if somebody tells you, hey, you're not showing enough unconditional love, you don't have to act out unconditional love. You can just have unconditional love. An act of love is not really, it's a phrase that I really don't like, because love is an emotion. Okay, that emotion can be expressed and cannot be expressed, but it can still be felt within the person. So if somebody has unconditional love, it's not necessary that they really have to show it in action. They can have unconditional love and still say no. They can have unconditional love and still be like, I can't do this for you because of what, because I have to do something else. They can still deny certain things but still show unconditional love. Okay, and unconditional love comes by understanding, accepting, letting go of negative situations. And it doesn't mean that you have to be, it doesn't mean that you have to be like, if you have to be in a box all the time. It doesn't mean that you have to be stuck all the time. You have to be able to express yourself, whether it's kind or not kind or whatever happens. If you happen to feel angry and you just was angry, that's not wrong. People can tell you, hey, you were angry so you didn't show unconditional love. No, you had to express yourself. You had to express. At some point in time, the anger had to reach that person. Pain, suffering, everything is like one. Everything helps the spiritual growth. Everything helps the whole process. So you understand better that hey, I still unconditionally love this person. I still unconditionally love like everybody, but I have to express myself. I have to be me because I unconditionally love myself first as well. And so these misconceptions come in, and people start pointing fingers and saying that, hey, you said you were going to be unconditional, you said you love unconditionally, and now you're not doing this for me, you're not doing that for me. Yes, unconditional love is not an action. Unconditional love is a feeling. It is a feeling that you embrace within yourself, and that feeling only you know how well you are embracing it to the world. So, and you know the genuinity of that unconditional love. Okay, so but once again, you can see if a condition is happening, you can see, if you're loving somebody in order for them to come back to you, or that's only manipulation. Once again, it goes with the condition. So in the misconceptions of unconditional love, the key core concept is to also have self-love. As simple as that. Whatever you're doing, you also need to have self-love. Whether you're drawing your boundary line, whether you're drawing with somebody else, you're drawing your boundary line with somebody else, but you still love them. But it's not necessary that you have to participate in their negativity. You're just drawing your boundary line to protect yourself and love yourself as well. You love them, but you understand that they are going through a particular phase in life, and they are expressing their insecurities, and they don't know it as yet. And with that context in mind, with that understanding in mind, you still love them and you still are who you are. But if you don't want to interact with them, if you don't want to engage in conversation with them, that is still okay, but you're still loving them. You're still loving them just for who they are, and letting it go and letting them do them. You're not going to be interacting with them, but you still love them. So love is a feeling of like just loving, pretty much loving everyone, and it's a feeling. It doesn't need to be shown in action. If you want to show it in action, that's great, that's lovely, that's fantastic, but you don't have to necessarily show it in action. Okay, it doesn't need that compulsory, mandatory, you have to show it in action. You can feel it, and as you feel it, you're increasing the vibe of unconditionally loving everybody. So you will naturally be expressing it out. You'll naturally be showing it out in terms of body language, or maybe you won't say it, but you'll show it in terms of body language, and all that is fine. It's just about when you embrace unconditional love. Unconditional love also comes with the understanding that everything is one, and we are all interacting with each other, and everything helps each other. Even though some people and some things are stuck in their negative ways and negative paths of doing things, they are still going through their timeline. They are still healing their wounds, inner wounds, and they are still projecting out their insecurities, and you still accept them for who they are. Let it go if there's any negative thing that you don't want to observe, you don't want to take in, and you just love them for who they are. So that is unconditional love. And the misconceptions that come in terms of unconditional love are still, remember, they're all conditional. they're all conditional. If people point fingers at you saying that you're not, I mean, oh, you said about some, you talked about unconditional love yesterday, and today you seem to be angry about this particular situation. No, you're expressing yourself. You're being human. Okay, you are being who you are. But that's what. But you're still loving the person, and it doesn't have to be expressed in all kinds of ways. You can still, your self-expression is also important. Remember, when you unconditionally love something, when you choose to unconditionally love the universe, you're also choosing to unconditionally love yourself first. Okay, so when you choose to unconditionally love the universe, you're loving yourself for your flaws, for your strengths, for the being that you are in the universe, and you're loving the universe for what it is. This includes human beings, this includes animals, this includes plants, birds, the apple that you're gonna eat, whatever it is. Okay, so this is about unconditional love. Okay, once again, it's with That Spiritual Mindset, Krishwan here. And if you like this video, if this gave you a little bit of insight as to like what unconditional love is and what you don't have to be doing just because people are telling you to do, to express unconditional love, if you get these points, great. I'm glad that you did. So if you like this video, like it, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell to get more videos, you know, on your notifications. Okay, bye.